Hi guys, today I'm talking about artificial grass. Now I've already made one video that if you're a subscriber you may have already seen. It's basically just telling you how to buy your grass mats really cheap. So today I'm going to be going through all the different types of grass that I like to use, and I'm going to be starting off with a really basic one, which is just green felt. That's obviously more geared towards around, kids crafts and things like that, because it isn't really realistic. So I'm going to show you two other options that I use for more realistic grass, which is suitable for so many DIY craft projects and home decor, really nice for fairy gardens and artificial terrariums, as well as dioramas. So the two main ways that I use artificial grass is firstly using artificial mats or artificial grass rolls. So I have shown you this in a video before, but I just get these. I can get a whole pack for 99p or $1. Sometimes I can get just one mat like this one, which I got from China, and that was 99p or $1. And as I showed you before, this is just one example of how I use grass mats or grass rolls. Now the other way that I like to make artificial grass is using this Jarvis Countryside Scenics. So these you can get pretty cheap. It's about £3 for me when I bought a bag, and it lasts a really long time. I'm not sure how much that is in dollars. So these are typically used for dioramas and realistic modelling, but I do like to use these in my craft projects. So you can get different colours. You can see that they're slightly different in colour. You can get different colours and different textures, but I like the finer texture. So as you can see, light green, fine turf, and this is scatter light meadow green. So just to show you all, this is how it looks. This is something I have made, and I have filmed, but I haven't yet put this tutorial out. As you can see, it's nice, it's really realistic, it's probably the best that I have used, because the grass mats you can only use for certain sort of projects. I mean, it's quite bulky to put on a rock and just other sort of crafts. So just to open my horizons and not limit myself, I like to use the turf. Here I've also used the turf. Let me just open it up. So there's that opened up, and you can see it's just so much more realistic. Another example of using the turf. You just have so much more control over it because you just literally scatter it. You can just cover it how you like, whereas the mats are a little bit hard to work with. Like I said, it does depend on the craft that you're doing, on the project, on the look that you want, but I really do like having these two options for grass. So what I usually do is I place clay down first, so air drying clay, and I just paint it brown so that it's realistic and mimics mud. And then I basically just scatter the green turf all where I want it while the paint is wet, so it just acts as a glue and it just dries down really nicely, and it stays in place and doesn't come off or anything. You want to, make sure it's extra secure. Then while you've got your paint, so if you've painted brown for mud, I'll just add a little bit of PVA glue or mud podge and then just scatter this all over it, and it will just be so much more secure. And then of course you can get these artificial grass plants, but they're quite big, so you're going to have to see what you want to do really. I mean, these are good for wreaths and things like that. Now I've just got one final product to show you all, and it's by the same Jarvis company, so it is still cheap. I got this quite a big roll. There you go, landscape mat, and you can see the size there, and I bought this for about £4. So it's pretty much the same thing. All it is that they've done, like readily available, is that they've spray painted some card and they've just scattered the turf that I buy in the packets, but it works out cheaper, and I'm going to be using this for the first time for some Easter and spring DIYs. And it's just really nice to be able to stick down on some canvas and do some really nice green decor that just pops and stands out in your room or your house or your home. It's really lovely. I hope that you've enjoyed learning with me, and please do like and subscribe. Bye, see you next time.